The study I did, they looked at hippotherapy and looked at the effects of the hippotherapy on motor proficiency and function in children with cerebral palsy who walk. And it kind of aimed to evaluate the effects of the hippotherapy on physical capacities of children with cerebral palsy. They had 13 subjects ranging from age 4 to 12. And they kind of had to meet different inclusion criteria. I think there were 5 different things, and 6 different exclusion criteria were also met. So it was a pretty specific population. That could be why they only had 13 children. I think they had like 92 children that they asked, but only 13 of the parents agreed to it. They took 4 different measurements, 2 before the program, 1 immediately after, and 1 10 weeks after. And they used 2 assessments. One was the BOT-2 short form, and then the other was the gross motor function measure, 88, which they used dimensions D and E, which D is standing, and then E is walking, running, and jumping. So some of the results that they saw was, so the mean scores for dimension, the D and E of the gross motor function form, and 3 out of the 8 items of the BOT-2, fine motor processing, balance, and strength, all improved between baseline and immediately after the intervention. And then it kind of talks about mean scores immediately following and 10 weeks, and the 10-week follow-up didn't differ. So they didn't have more improvements after they were done with the hippotherapy. One thing kind of interesting was they used 2 horses, but the same kids used the same horse at the same time, or the whole time. So this study, I feel like it was interesting to read about how hippotherapy can help kids, and specifically kids with CP. And that it kind of does good talking about which things that it could help with, and which things that it might not really help a whole lot with. Some of the things that they found that it did help with was improved body functions and performance of gross motor and fine motor activities in children with cerebral palsy. So I feel like this could be something that I know some of us are interested in, and it could be something that could use probably more research on to see if it has more benefits, and something that we have in our back pocket that we could potentially use for children with cerebral palsy.